Well, hi there, it's Jennifer. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I want to share with you my April plan, my April schedule. I can't believe March is already over, and in fact, today is April 1st. I can hardly believe it. But this month it has a lot of exciting things going on that I am looking forward to sharing. But also, I think the biggest thing that I want to work on this month has nothing to do with YouTube videos per se, but it is balance. I am finding now that I am almost 7 months into this content creator journey that I desperately need to bring in balance. One of the ways that I'm going to be bringing in balance is I'm going to start planning using the 12-week year, so a 4-month system. Originally, I was going to start that plan in April, but there was this part of my brain that did not like the fact that then I would have 1 month at the end of the year. I am going to take the month of April and I'm going to start planning May, June, July, and August. And then, of course, I'll have the final 4 months at the end of the year. If this is your first time here, I began my channel 7 months ago, almost, not quite. I'm about 6.5 months old. After 5 years of not starting my channel, I had a lot of doubts and insecurities and reasons why I put off starting my channel for 5 years. But when I did start, I dove into the deep end of the pool. I was part of a coaching program last year with Mel Robbins. Sadly, she's not doing it this year. She does have, if you are a Mel Robbins fan, she does have what's called Make It Happen right now. And that's something I'm doing. I was really hoping she was going to be having her 6-month life coaching program for 2025, but she's not, sadly. But she's very busy with a new book launch, so I'm sure that's probably part of it. But anyway, I was part of her coaching program that finally helped me step into YouTube. Her challenge was to do 30 videos in 30 days, which I eventually did do. And I dove into my channel, into that deep end. I dove in head first and I went for it. I still can't believe I did 30 videos in 30 days for somebody who had pushed the thing off for so long. And I also had no other experience. I did not have an Instagram page or another YouTube channel. I mean, I had like a very simple Facebook page with like a really small number, intimate circle of friends and family. And I mostly was on there for Facebook Marketplace, but I've never done any type of social media before at all. And I'm really proud of myself. I still can't believe I'm where I am today. It's kind of a miracle, but I did dive in head first and I just kind of went for it. I have been eating, breathing, and living YouTube, which has been wonderful. It's been like a full, the lighting's kind of bad, huh? It's been I'll start walking. It's been a full immersion experience. For my April videos, I am still going to be continuing on with my glucose challenge. I think I'm on week 6. I'm prepping for week 6, which will be the first Friday in April of my health challenge. I think I ended up changing my title. Originally, I had the title for those videos. I was calling it how I'm using the glucose hacks from Jessie and Chaspe, and I'm not saying her name perfectly because I need a French accent to really say it properly. And I think I've changed it to my health journey and lowering my A1C. And I am working on being a little more creative with those videos so they're not just flat and me sitting in front of a camera and talking. I will be adding to those throughout April. Now, a couple of big things in April that are going on. My video schedule might look a little bit different, and I'm hesitant to actually anchor it down right now because, well, I know for sure I'll have my glucose videos. I also will have at least 2 of my voiceless ASMR videos. I really, really want to work on a video for this playlist of how I'm starting a YouTube channel in midlife. And I want to talk about unworthiness. One of the things that I have said with almost every video that I have put in this series, if not every single video, is I was somebody who wanted to start a YouTube channel for 5 years, but for 5 years I put it off because of my doubts and my insecurities and my uncertainties. But really, the layer below that was I did not feel I was worthy of it. And when I attended a Tony Robbins event, and if this is the first time you've ever happened to see any one of my videos on my channel, which is still very new, I shared my experiences of finally attending a Tony Robbins event. I did the Zoom event and I filmed that. It's a little bit rough recording, but I did that in November. My channel was about a month and a half old. And it was just such a wonderful and amazing experience because it was on the heels of my own journey to healing my false beliefs of unworthiness. It really kind of stemmed from my childhood, and I want to create a video under this umbrella of how, first of all, my experience with unworthiness, and then the journey that I've gone through to, number one, first of all, just even recognize that it was there, recognize how it was manifesting in my life, which it was, it was preventing me from stepping into the life I want because I did not believe I was worthy. And that was due to just particular life circumstances. It was also honestly birthed in my childhood. I worked on that video a little bit today. That is a video that I do want to spend a little extra time on. I really want to speak from the heart. I worked on it a little bit today, and I felt like I was in labor pains trying to birth that video today. And it was not time to birth the video. I worked on it for about 3 hours. But I feel though, even though I did not produce a video today while I worked on it, I feel like I was able to get a clear vision of what I wanted to say in that video. So that is a video that I'm going to be working on. Another series of videos that I'm really looking forward to recording is going to be centered around my birthday, which is April 18th. I am having a staycation, if you will, here in Anchorage. I'm checking into a local hotel. I'm going to be checking in for 4 nights around my birthday. This particular hotel is a really fabulous hotel here in Anchorage. It's iconic. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. And it has my favorite restaurant. And what's going to happen is my husband is traveling. He's going to be gone the entire week of my birthday. He travels quite a bit for his job out of state. And on the 16th, I'm checking in, and my son is going to meet me for dinner at this restaurant in this hotel. Then on the 17th, one of my daughters is coming, and then on the 18th, the night of my birthday, another daughter is coming, and then we'll all celebrate as a family at the home like the week after, because my husband's traveling. And then my husband is going to come join me for the night on the 19th. And I am in this unique phase of life right now where I'm still kind of in transition. I'm in this midlife transition. I am fully retired from actively homeschooling and raising my children. I did that for 30 years. I am still a full-time homemaker, but I have finally stepped into my YouTube channel, which was something that I had put off for so long, like I was saying earlier. And I am learning to discover who I am at this phase of life, as strange as that sounds. I loved my homeschooling years, and I loved my years of being a full-time homemaker. Like, I never felt like, oh, I lost myself. And in fact, I loved that part of myself that emerged during my homeschooling years and my parenting years, and that mama that came out of me. I never knew that back when I was young and before I had children. So it wasn't like I lost myself, but I am discovering a new me in this stage of life. Like, who is Jennifer now in this empty nesting phase, heading into the second half of my life? What does that look like? I am also learning how to spend time alone. Now, that may sound crazy because I'm an introverted soul. I love my solitude time. I plan my solitude time, but that is different than what my lifestyle had been over the past 30 years. I have had children with me and around me, or my family with me and around me all the time. And now my home life has completely changed, and even the way that I run the home and operate the home. I am having to reimagine my home now. I have a 6-bedroom home that I've enjoyed. I mean, it's not a fancy home, but it's a spacious home for us who homeschooled and raised our kids. I am having to reimagine my home at this stage of life. And in fact, I actually went through a phase where I almost like didn't like my home anymore. It wasn't I didn't like my home. I just needed to reimagine it in a different way now so that it serves my husband and I at this stage of life. It was the family home. The bedrooms housed the children, but all of that is different now. And I'm also learning how to enjoy my own company in a different way and to do things on my own. My family, so our last name is Olson, and we've always called ourselves Team Olson. We've been Team Olson for years. People know us as Team Olson. I love that. I love being part of a team. But now the team has changed. My husband and I are still the team. But it is such a unique transition. This empty nesting phase is so unique. There is also a lot of emotion attached to it because as parents, we were there with our child's first breath. And then when you have your children at your home and with you all the time, or living in your home, you have so many opportunities for that spontaneity. It's the spontaneity connection that I think is what a lot of us miss during this empty nesting phase. It's you're having your cup of coffee together in the morning, or you're making dinner together. You sit down to eat dinner together. You suddenly find yourself sitting on the couch having a conversation, or you spontaneously go out on a walk or an adventure together because you're in the same home. You're getting ready to go to bed and suddenly 20 minutes have passed by because the lights are off, someone's on the staircase, and you're having this amazing conversation. And it's those wonderful spontaneous moments that it just does change. It just is different, and we don't have those anymore. Now, we still have connection. We still connect to our children. It's just different, and there is a grieving that goes along with it. And I think it's okay to honor that. In 2023, I went through a little bit of empty nest syndrome when my second daughter moved out. And I've been fortunate. My family and I, we've lived thousands of miles away from both my husband and I, we live thousands of miles away from our family of origin. So our immediate family is very, very tight and close. And our children have just stayed in the family home until they were ready to move out and get married. And that's what's happened with all of my children. My third daughter is about to get married in September, she just told us. She already said yes to the dress, but they hadn't quite set their date yet. So that's just 5 months away. I have my young adult son still based out at the home, and I don't know how long that'll be, but he's a very busy young lad. That is April in a nutshell. At the end of April, my family and I are decorating for a lovely bride who I babysat and homeschooled when she was younger. Their family have been friends with my family for many, many years, and it's pretty exciting to be able to decorate for them. It's certainly an honor. That will be at the end of April, and I will try to film here and there. We'll see. My main focus will be just getting the venue looking absolutely stunning. Right now, my home looks like a bridal boutique exploded in it. I've got decorations. We're about to make all the centerpieces, and I've got canopies and wood, all kinds of things all over the place in my house, especially my downstairs area. I am giving myself a little bit of flexibility this month just because it will be very, very busy. But that is my plan. I've got a pretty good structure, but I am going to give myself a little grace if I'm just finding that I'm too busy, or maybe I need to have a little more time to edit and spend a little more time on videos. I really do want to continuing to work on developing my quality. That's something that I really want to make improvements on, and layering and becoming better at my videography and editing and just even creating videos in general. It's a challenge, isn't it? It's fun, it's exciting, but it is a challenge. That is April, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.